Hello and welcome. We are live here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the mecca of motorsports. Getting ready here with the ITSR crew. 164 laps is gonna be the distance. They're deep into qualifying right now. And we are about to get things rocking and rolling. I can't wait. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Everybody wants to win here. It's one of the first racetracks that you get on the iRacing service. And it is going to be a good show. I don't have any of the prior events that have happened today. I'm waiting for the broadcasters. But as soon as they get here, we'll have the information for you. So if you give us just a little bit, we're going to be back with Green Flag Racing with ITSR here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Stick around, don't turn that dial. New shoes, yeah, I don't know where I'm going to. Silk suit, black tie, yeah, I don't need a reason why. They'll come running just as fast as they can. Every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Diamond ring, oh, I ain't missing on a single thing. Conflicts, stick pin, ask about them more than do you in. They come around just as fast as they can.
Hey, look here, beavers. You better hide your wives, hide your husband, and look here, both of you hide your kids, cause we're coming.
Every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Looking sharp, looking for love. They come running just as fast as they can. Every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
red suit, black tie, and I don't need a reason why. They come around just as fast as they can, but every girl's crazy about it.
Hey. Mike, you there?
We're doing the national anthem right now, buddy. We are live.
Hello and welcome to the grand finale, Charlotte Motor Speedway in the ITSR Twisted Cup Series, live and presented to you by MW Productions. I'm Michael Keaton up in the booth. Tonight pushing the buttons as always, Michael Woolley. And folks, we've got a good one coming into tonight's race, a little points battle for the final race. The grand finale is, again, as I call it, the House of Jimmy Johnson, Charlotte Motor Speedway, where CJ LeVere currently leading in points over Matt Lacrosse in second by 5. Stefan Marinac is just 11 back, and Jose Gonzalez is 17 points back. So those 4 drivers are competing for the championship for season 1. And the field has been set, and Josh Chaney is going to take us to the green tonight. Under the lights, Matt Lacrosse, who is second in points, rolls off second. Stefan Marinac third. CJ LeVere leading the points, rolls off second row fourth. Jay Horton fifth. Ben Burnett rolls off in the 6th position. 66 car, Brian Harvey 7th. LD Sarabia 8th. Jose Gonzalez, who is still in the hunt for this championship, possibly is 9th. 10th spot is Edison Lima Jr. 11th is Luis Rodriguez. Frank Coons is 12th. J. Randall Watkins 13th. Rich Jett in the 36th car is 14th spot. 15th, Nathan Little, Douglas Wyatt, and Stephen Herring make up the final 2 spots here, 16th and 17th, in this 164 lap event. As we are set to go green here, the grand finale, folks, of season 1 of the ITSR Twisted Cup Series is moments away from going green as Josh Chaney in the 14 machine takes us The green flag with the Neon 21 machine out to the outside is Matt Lacrosse, and we're green flag racing here at Charlotte. Out of turn 2, Matt Lacrosse losing the second position to Stefan Marinak as he takes over in his 24 Toyota. Now Lacrosse looking back high side. Not going to be able to stick it up there, folks. You're going to see somewhat of a two-lane racetrack. Charlotte known for the mid-groove and the low groove here. We may even see some guys wheel it up towards the high side at Charlotte, as they have single-filed, spanned out throughout the whole entire field. Not one car side-by-side racing. So early on, these guys are just trying to settle in, get some green flags under the belt as we complete lap 2 at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the 1.5 mile racetrack out of the Carolinas. Looking back here in third spot where Matt Lacrosse is holding off Ben Burnett. Ben looking to the bottom, and his Ford lets out of the throttle, coasts it through 3 and 4 here, and he'll get back on it coming out of 4. Off the corner, Ben Burnett can't quite keep up with the 21 of Matt Lacrosse. Currently, Matt Lacrosse is in third, which puts CJ in fifth. So now there's about somewhere like 2 points differentiate the two, as we've got a battle for the lead. 24 Marinak underneath Josh Cheney, and he will take it in 3 and 4. Josh Cheney falls back to second. So Marinak will lead lap 4 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looking back here where Brian Harvey is in the 7th position, now 8th spot, just passed by the 11 of LD Sarabia. Now LD looking up under Jay Horton. Jay Horton gets tied off exit 2, keeps it off the wall, and allows the 11 machine of Sarabia to go up underneath him. And Jay Horton may fall to victim to the 8th spot of Brian Harvey now, who looks back underneath. Through the travel here, Brian Harvey gains the spot. Now here comes the Met Chevy of Jose Gonzalez as caution's out on the speedway. And this one's going to be with Douglas Wyatt. And this is going to be a solo spin, and boy, is he lucky, getting it loose off of turn 4. Spins it down through the tri-oval, through the grass just ever so slightly. And he will not make contact with anything, but the caution flag will come out. And Douglas Wyatt will fall all the way back here towards the backpack of the field, as he was running 14th spot, so not too much loss there. I guess the biggest thing is, though, is no damage to the car. So we got our first caution out on the racetrack, where our current leader is Stefan Marinak, Josh Cheney second, Matt Lacrosse third, Ben Burnett fourth, and CJ Lavera rounding out the top 5. Last Tuesday night, while I'm sure I was somewhere between, let's see, Florida and the Bahamas, Nassau. Actually, Tuesday we may have already arrived at Nassau. Who knows? I can't remember. But these guys right here, the ITSR Twisted Cup Series, was having a little fun in the All-Star race. And, of course, now they get to come back for the grand finale of Season 1 and show what they learned last Tuesday night under the lights here at the 1.5 mile racetrack of Charlotte, the house of Jimmy Johnson. Stefan Marinak chooses to stay out. Matt Lacrosse stays out. Jay Horton stays out. Jose Gonzalez and Jay Randall Watkins. The first one to come down pit road is the number 14 car, Josh Cheney, who is being shown now in the 6th spot as the right sides go up on that car. Mind you, folks, the 14, Josh Cheney, started on the pole. 4 car taking right sides only for his pit stop. Josh Cheney's the second one out, and he takes 4. So CJ Lavera CJ taking just left sides only. Had to go back and watch that. So instead of right side, CJ elects for the left side tires, and he is your points leader. Again, up 5 points on Matt Lacrosse. Currently, Matt is in second. And with Lavera should be in 6th. So about a 1 point differential, differential between the two here. And Stefan Marinac leading the race, just 11 points back. So basically, Marinac's going to need, depending on the bonus points, he's going to need at least 9. And this is, folks, this is if he gets some bonus points. He's going to need at least 9 or 8 spots ahead of LeVere to take home the Season 1 championship. Matt Lacrosse, though, could get it done with maybe 3 positions or 4 positions. So we're going to keep a tight, close eye out on that tonight. CJ LeVere, Matt Lacrosse, and Stefan Marinac. Now, Jose Gonzalez, I believe, is virtually out. There's 17 drivers tonight. He's 17 back. So if he got a bonus point or 2 and the other guys didn't get any, he would at least need those guys to finish 17th and 16th respectively, and Jose Gonzalez would have to win the thing, okay? And rack up some bonus points big time. So I guess we could still throw him in there. Brian Harvey's in 5th, and he's 50 back, so we know Brian's completely out of the picture here. Although Harvey looking for that first win, so he's the second driver in the top 5 looking for a win. Stefan Marinac winless, and again Brian Harvey winless here. Currently, the winningest driver in the ITSR Twisted Cup Series on Tuesday nights is Matt Lacrosse. 1 win for him. Winningest driver is Jose Gonzalez with 4 wins. Matt Lacrosse has the most poles at 3. Getting ready to go back green here. Second green flag opportunity. This time, Marinac will take us to the green, where Josh Cheney took us to the first green. Jose Gonzalez being shown on the 4th spot on the restart. 21 car. Matt Lacrosse started on the outside, but no man's luck for him as Marinac gets off to a pretty good start there. Jay Horton underneath Jose in turn 2 here. The 37 of Ben Burnett and CJ LeVere battling it hard. CJ on the outside, now looking out above the 83 of Jay Horton, going off into turn 3. Meanwhile, Ben Burnett trying to hunt down LeVere now. All drivers on the lead lap, all the way back to where 17 spot Stephen Herring's 98 machine rolls. He's 4 seconds back from the leader. Everyone real close together for now. As CJ LeVere up underneath the 83 of Jay Horton. Jay not giving him any slack as CJ nearly gets loose off of 4 as Ben Burnett now will reel him out on the outside as Josh Cheney follows in behind him through turns 1 and 2. Here comes the 77 car, Jade Randall Watkins. Jay starting all the way back in 13th through the pit stops, managed to find himself an 8 now on the back stretch. Trying to hunt down that 14 of Josh Cheney as he works CJ LeVere on the high side. Good little battle there, good little break as CJ LeVere looked up underneath the 37 car, Ben Burnett, and got it. So put CJ LeVere up 1 more spot, back in 6th. As there's a good battle now, Josh Cheney up underneath Jay Horton. This is the battle for the 4th spot. And 3rd spot now, Matt Lacrosse under fire from the 14 car of Josh Cheney. Josh looking low. Matt Lacrosse ever so slightly washes up the racetrack just enough. Oh, as Cheney Nearly gets up into Matt Lacrosse and takes him out, but what a save and what a great wheelman driving by Josh Cheney to keep that car down off of Matt Lacrosse. And you know Matt Lacrosse has got to be saying, whoo, that's CJ in the wall out of turns 2. Just ever so slightly nicked the wall. Gets into the wall. CJ LeVere, right front, right side car, into the wall. Not sure if there's any major issues, but the damage does not. The damage does look bad. Although currently CJ's still able to roll it in here through the center and all, but we may start to notice something. Here's the white laps wind down. Matt Lacrosse, meanwhile, is sitting third with Jay Horton underneath. One car heavy smoking is Douglas Wyatt. Hippie Doug Knight is over as he has just pulled it under into the garage area. Great battle up front. Matt Lacrosse, or excuse me, third spot, Matt Lacrosse. Ben Burnett fourth, CJ LeVere now up underneath Jay Horton. And here comes Brian Harvey trying to stick his 66 machine up underneath Jay Horton down through the front stretch. That's your battle for the 6th spot. Position change up front. Yes, sir. Jose Gonzalez in his blue rim Chevy takes it over from the yellow rim Chevy of Stefan Marinac. And now we've got a third different leader tonight, folks. Jose Gonzalez will lead here at the 1.5-mile racetrack of Charlotte Motor Speedway under the lights. We're 20 laps into the race. We're going to step away, take a commercial break, hope to bring you flag-to-flag coverage here on the MW Productions Live on the ITSR Twisted Cup Series Grand Finale night, Season 1 underway. Back live, and as promised, still green flag racing, where Jose Gonzalez is leading, and now he looks like he's about to put down Frank Coons one lap as Frank up into the wall a little bit there, coming off of 4 there, real tight. Jose was able to get by. Stefan Marinac gets by as well. So the battle tonight, folks, is for a Season 1 championship, and currently C.J. Lavaire's up in the lead. He's 5 up on Matt Lacrosse coming into tonight's race, 11 up on Stefan Marinac. Race number 12. One car slow on pit road here, and that's going to be Frank Coons, who we just saw go 1 lap down. Another driver that's a couple of laps down is Douglas Wyatt, 11, now 12 laps down. He hit the wall earlier and spun it out and caused that first caution that we had. He has since then come down pit road and put it into the garage. As now Frank Coons comes to a stop in his pit stall, and he'll actually get the crew to go to work on that machine. C.J. Lavaire is leading the second pack of cars here tonight, folks. He's in 3rd. He's got Josh Cheney, Ryan Harvey, and Ben Burnett, the 4th, 5th, and 6th place drivers behind him. L.D. Sarabia's got some company. He's in 8th spot. Matt Lacrosse now gives him a nudge going off into turn 1 there. Lacrosse looks to the bottom. He'll take over the spot. 7th now, or 8th now, belongs to Matt Lacrosse. Now, folks, this isn't the last race of the ITSR Twisted Cup Series on Tuesday nights. This is just the end of Season 1. And then we start Season 2. And I want to say that the season opener for Season 2 is Dover. And then we'll go to Long Pond, Pocono Raceway, Michigan, Sonoma, Infineon Cup. 30 laps there. That should be interesting, folks. Green Grass, Kentucky Derby Speedway. And then the Hippies Paint Shop Daytona race set for July 1st. A good way to kick off the 4th of July there. Under their lights, perhaps, at Daytona. 74 laps there for that one. Don't miss that. And that's the first 6, the first half of Season 2 races run down right there. As C.J. Lavaiere gets a little tap out of turn 4, nearly spins it. Saves it. I don't know how CJ saved that. And actually, CJ didn't get a tap at all. CJ just lost it. I thought Josh Cheney got a little piece of the rear end of Lavaiere, but that was not the case. Lavaiere just got loosey-goosey off of turn 4, saves it somehow or another, and keeps her going, but he will fall back to 13th spot. And that's how quick it can reach out and bite you. So currently, now it's your 12th spot here, okay? Not as bad as I thought, but currently, with no bonus points, if you're looking at it right now, if Matt Lacrosse, or excuse me, if Stefan Marinac was to win the race currently, he would tie C.J. Lavaiere. He's only 11 points back. But that's just now. There's a lot of laps to go, folks. There's 130 laps to go. Not even halfway yet, so there's a lot to happen. And for the sake of argument, Matt Lacrosse, if it was to finish now, would actually go home your championship of Season 1 winner. But again, there's a lot of laps to go, and anything can happen. It's anybody's race tonight. A couple of hungry drivers looking for their first win as well. I'll tell you one thing, Stefan Marinac, he's in 3rd spot in the points, but he has yet to find a win. Brian Harvey looking for his first win, John Wilco as well. Stevie Heron, Scott Simley, Ben Burnett, Douglas Wyatt, Frank Coons, Josh Cheney, and Rich Jett, to name a few, all looking for their first win. Jay Horton looking for the first win. J. Randall Watkins. Luis Rodriguez. LD Sarabia. Edison Lima Jr. A whole host of drivers looking for the first win. CJ going up underneath Nathan Little in the 62 car, going to claim that 11th spot. Looking up here at your leader, folks, Jose Gonzalez about to put Luis Rodriguez one lap down, and he's got company as well, Stefan Marinac. And the quick car Hippies paint shop, custom colored Toyota is all over the back doorstep of Jose Gonzalez as we complete lap 39, nearly 206 miles an hour. Stefan puts his 24 car off into turn 1, and he coming off of turn 2 with a nice head of steam. Half a car length, quarter of a car length. He's there right up under the deck lid of Jose Gonzalez. This is the battle for first. Marinac looking for his first win, looking also to take over the first spot here tonight. He's led already a couple of laps, Stefan. More drivers up ahead. Edison Lima Jr. running the 14th spot. He's in danger of going down a lap. Stephen Herring about half of a turn ahead of him in 13th, in danger of going a lap down. We've had one caution for about 3 to 4 laps. The rest has been green flag racing. Marinac, meanwhile, the gap between the two, him and Jose, has grown. Marinac actually losing time, big time. About 10 car lengths back from the leader now. Make it about a little over half a second back now. As the next target to go down one lap up ahead is Stephen Herring in the 98th machine. American flag colors on that car. Freedom isn't free. Some gave some and some gave all. Part of the Memorial Day paint scheme there. Stephen Herring running that. Jose Gonzalez continued to track him down as he still leads here. Going off into the sunset, Ben Burnett off turn 4 here in 3rd spot. Fourth spot, still Brian Harvey. Matt Lacrosse has his hands full back here in 5th, folks. He's got the 6th place driver, Josh Cheney, all over the back rear deck lid. Now up ahead is the 66 car, Brian Harvey. They're actually catching Brian. So we're going to see a little bit of a freeway battle. Here's some passing going on back here in 7th and 8th. Rich Jett looking up underneath LD Sarabia. LD going to give it up. Rich Jett moving him up one spot. As now the battle up ahead is starting to wage. Matt Lacrosse up underneath Brian Harvey. And another Hippies Paint Shop sponsored painted vehicle. As he falls back, Josh Cheney passes him as well. So now Josh Cheney is in 6th. At the line now, Josh Cheney is 5th, excuse me. And Matt Lacrosse is 4th. Harvey will fall back to 6th. One car down pit road, it's Edison Lima Jr. Folks, we just seen him go a lap down a couple of laps ago. And he's down getting the maintenance required for new tires and a full tank of gas. And actually, too, he actually got into the wall a little bit. So part of the long pit stop here is due to damage repair. Crew going to work, beating out the rear end and front end of that car. Disastrous pit stop for him. Obviously not very happy with that. It's not fun staying down on pit road for more than 12, 13, 14 seconds. Meanwhile, your leader, well, actually your second place car, Stefan Marinac, coming down for his green flag pit stop, the 24 machine, down pit road. A slow pit road speed, folks, of 45 miles an hour. A mile an hour over will get you a nice little speeding penalty. Stefan going off in his pit stall here. Real important not to overshoot or undershoot too. Josh Cheney joins him down pit road as well as Stefan Marinac's team goes around to the left side. Left side jack going up now. Car out and away. 24 car Stefan Marinac is exiting pit road. And he looked like he had a really good stop there. Josh Cheney also electing to take 4 tires as well, and he's out and away. Currently your leader is Ben Burnett. Jose now out and away from his pit stop. Rights and left sides going up. Green flag pit stop action here in Charlotte. J. Randall Watkins, he's pitted. Now he's coming up off of turn 2 onto the racetrack. An 11th spot, 1 lap down. Your leader still is Ben Burnett, although Ben may have signaled to come down pit road, and he is. Here comes Ben Burnett's pit stop, and he looks hot and heavy. Hot and heavy. Ben Burnett, hot and heavy. He may have gotten caught for speeding. Oh, buddy. Ben Burnett nearly hitting about 66 miles an hour is the speed. Almost 60. Right at the line, he was 67 miles an hour with a pit road speed of 45. I think Ben Burnett may have just shot himself in the foot there. Left side's going up on that machine. Also in the pit stop territories, the 66 car Brian Harvey, as he's now out of the way, and you can just see Ben Burnett there with twiddling his thumbs right there on the steering wheel, just a beat and bang. They can't believe it. Caught for speeding, going to hold him maybe for about an 18-second penalty, somewhere between 12 and 18 seconds penalty for Ben Burnett for speeding into pit road. Rich Jett coming down pit road now. He was your race leader coming in. I think he just woed that car up just in time. He got in a little heavy, but I don't think he got caught for speeding. I think he cut it close, but I think he's going to be okay. Your race leader is Nathan Little, but he's down on pit road. CJ LeVere, points leader on pit road. Coming in heavy, but slows it down just in time. Good entry to pit road for CJ LeVere, your points leader, as he's got Nathan Little right up ahead of him. Nathan Little right sides up on that cars. Left side's now going up on the 62 machine, and CJ LeVere, left side's just now going up as the 62 car. Nathan Little will win that little battle off of pit road, obviously, as they both... Oh, caution! Caution, caution, caution. 14 car. Oh, gosh! Josh Cheney was stopped on the front stretch. Let's go back. He looks like he comes off of turn 4, gets loose, goes to the grass, spins it right in front of the flagman, no choice but to throw the yellow, and he'll come to a complete stop, and Jay Horton is gonna hit him at 170 miles an hour. Oh gosh. And Josh Cheney's night is done for sure. Jay Horton's night will be more than likely all but done. Heavy damage to that poker machine car. Oh gosh, what a hit. Yeah, getting the onboard camera of Josh Cheney's replay there, you can just see what it's like from his view. What a hit. Frank Coons also elected to end his night early. He was 31 laps down when he pulled the trigger. That leads currently 12 on the lead lap back to Ben Burnett. Luis Rodriguez is the first man 1 lap down. Edison Lemon Jr. is right behind the pace car, so he's set to at least get 1 lap back here. And as we're pacing, folks, we're going to use this opportunity to take another commercial break. You're watching the ITSR Twisted Cup Series live, MW Productions, race number 12, the grand finale, season 1, nearly halfway in the books. We'll be back.
In a world where survival is the only rule and feelings have no place, where winning is everything and weakness is fatal, how much difference can one person make? That depends on the person. In every life, there is a line that cannot be crossed without leaving everything behind, except faith. Once that step is taken, there is no looking back, and all that lies ahead is destiny. There is no looking back, and all that lies ahead is destiny.
Back live here where the pace car is pacing them down the backstretch. Matt Lacrosse will be your leader when it's all said and cycled. 62 car, Nathan Little second. Third, Jose Gonzalez. Fourth, Rich Jett. And rounding out the top 5 is the number 66 machine, Brian Harvey. Currently, 12 drivers on the lead lap all the way back to the 83 car of Jay Horton. Somehow or another, I don't know how, but he's still on the lead lap. He hit Josh Chaney like he was sitting still. All right, here we go. Green flag. Matt Lacrosse leading the race, takes us to the green flag. So if he hadn't picked up that leading lap bonus point, he just did. Single file being thrown out down through 2 and 1 here. Off of turn 2 though, Jose Gonzalez looking to claim the lead. Gonna have to get back in line and try again. As that 21 car too stout for now. Battle back here, Ben Burnett in the 77 of Jay Randall Watkins also being thrown in the mix as that famous yellow and blue machine of C.J. LeVere. He's up underneath the 77 of Jay Randall Watkins now. Jay trying to hang out to the outside and hold it. Now here comes the 11 machine of L.D. Sarabia. L.D. Sarabia takes over that spot as Jay Randall Watkins nearly loses it coming off of turn 4. Stephen Herring being shown down on pit road here, folks. Unscheduled pit stop for him, I believe. He is on the lead lap, and now there will be only 11 drivers on the lead lap once he goes down a lap. Edison Lima Jr. has said enough is enough, and he has pulled his car behind the 1.5-mile garage area. Brian Harvey in 5th spot nearly loses it, folks, coming off of turn 2. Somehow or another, the red machine of the Marinac, 37 Burnett and CJ all get by easily as Marinac now loses it nearly off of turn 4. Ultra slow going through the front stretch here as Brian Harvey LeVere passes up underneath. Now here comes L.D. Sarabia trying to stick his nose up into the mix. He'll look up underneath Stefan Marinac coming off of turn 2. Stefan looking to lose 4 positions and at least a half a lap here at Charlotte as L.D. Sarabia going to have to roll out the throttle. Here comes a tight squeeze off 4. Marinac pulls the trigger up underneath the 62 car of Nathan Little and makes it look pretty. No harm, no foul. Stefan Marinac holding on, going after it. He's got to go after it here. He's down. He's 11 points back. C.J. LeVere, points leader, slipping into the 5th spot. Matt Lacrosse leading the race. He's 5 back from C.J., 5 points back. Only 4 spots ahead, and folks, my Alabama math tells me that he's 1 point shy as it stands. But with bonus points, who knows? I don't think C.J. LeVere has led 1 lap yet. Under fire. Matt Lacrosse nearly pulls the identical same move as CJ did a couple of laps ago. Gets loose off of turn 4. Nearly spins it, but saves it. The good thing is he was so far out front, guys, that he only loses that 1 spot to Jose Gonzalez. He'll lose the lead, but he'll hold on to 2nd. Rich Jett running a great 3rd spot race right now. As Rich Jett, something happened there, buddy, I tell you. Rich Jett. Oh, looks like he was losing it through entering turn 4 there. Ben Burnett gets into the back of him and nearly spins him out. And Ben Burnett now gonna have damage to that car. Ben was running so good. Ben Burnett falling all the way back. It's a 10th spot. Rich Jett going from 3rd to 7th. And that just pushes up CJ into 3rd. Matt Lacrosse in 2nd. Remember his near danger spin off of 4 there. Currently only 11 drivers on the lead lap. Jay Horton in the 83 car. Is becoming more in danger to going down a lap, although currently he's well enough ahead to stay on the lead lap. Luis Rodriguez is the first one off. He gained a lap by passing the pace car last caution, so he's just 1 lap down. Stephen Herring is 2 laps down. Remember Stephen Herring making that unscheduled pit stop under the green flag condition. Folks, you're watching the ITSR Twisted Cup Series live and presented to you by MW Productions. We are nearly 10 laps away from the halfway century mark here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the 1.5-mile racetrack, the house of Jimmy Johnson. But the house will belong to someone different tonight, and it will be your Season 1 champion crowned here tonight in the ITSR Twisted Cup Series. We're going to take a commercial break. Be back with you, hopefully, to green flag racing here under the lights. And we're back live. Green flag racing still under the lights. The beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway. 78 degrees tonight, and we've got the green flag pit stops maybe for the second time tonight. Rich Jett coming down pit road. This may be unscheduled here, as he is 3 laps down now. Remember, he suffered some damage. He's sporting the Godzilla Chevy tonight. Haven't seen that movie yet. I got to ask Rich about it. I'm sure he has. He's sporting the paints tonight. But nonetheless, the second place car, Matt Lacrosse, has found his way back around Jose Gonzalez, back in the lead. Matt Lacrosse. Merrimack trying to get by CJ. This is the battle for third and fourth now. Merrimack gets by CJ. And these two guys, Merrimack and LeVere, running faster lap times than the first 2 cars out front, Jose and Matt Lacrosse, your leaders. Brian Harvey also sticking with the draft of LeVere and Matt Lacrosse as they go down the backstretch. Harvey rounds out your top 5 here tonight in race 12, the grand finale, season 1, halfway into the books here. Jay Horton, 1 car down on pit road. Jay Horton now 1 lap down, now 2 laps down. Extensive damage to that car suffered from the wreck there that he plowed into Josh Chaney. Another car 1 lap down, Luis Rodriguez. He gained 1 spot back from getting the wave around. Matt Lacrosse hanging on to the lead. Nearly losing it in front of Jose Gonzalez at a 4 there, but hanging on to it nonetheless. As Jose's playing tatter-tater with him. Jose appears to be able to stay just up nice, as close as he wants to be, really, to Matt. Just up ahead, Matt and Jose have 3 drivers that are laps down. The first one being Edison Lima Jr. in the white and black red trim Chevy. And then the poker, not the poker, the woman Toyota, the womanizer, Luis Rodriguez in the Toyota, the second car. And then you've got Stephen Herring sporting the American flag memorial colors. That is the last car in danger of going down a lap. As here they come, Edison Lima Jr. goes down a 20th lap. And here comes the leaders. Luis Rodriguez going to stay way high to let Matt Lacrosse and Jose Gonzalez go up underneath him and go by. Jose looking, had a great run going off into turn 3 and coming out of turn 4. Your leader still currently Matt Lacrosse. This is the closest battle on the racetrack currently. First and second place drivers working through a little bit of lap traffic here. Jose Gonzalez trying to claim the lead off of turn 2. He's sitting right there in the catbird seat, but not willing to pull the trigger just yet. They've got a lap car in front of them that has slowed down tremendously. Stephen Herring just kind of getting out of the way, as he does, as the leaders still hot and heavy all over each other, going off into turn 1. 93 laps complete out of 164 here at Charlotte. Back here in the third spot, Stefan Marinac holding off points leader coming into tonight's race, CJ LeVere. About 2 car lengths now separate those drivers, coming off at the corner of 2. 5th spot's still belonging to Brian Harvey, and rounding out the top 9 who are on the lead lap, LD Sarabia 6, Jay Randall-Watkins 7, Nathan Little 8, and Ben Burnett, that 37 car, running in 9th spot. 9 cars on the lead lap, 90. 5 laps complete. Who will be crowned a Season 1 champion? At the House of Jimmy Johnson. Will we change the name to the House of CJ LeVere, the House of Matt Lacrosse, or the House of Stefan Marinac? Stefan Marinac's way into the championship contention is, or may have already diminished, or is diminishing. He's about short of a miracle to winning the championship here tonight. Currently, the closest man in competition would be Matt Lacrosse. He's 5 back from CJ LeVere. Matt Lacrosse just lost the lead. Back to second. Playing hokey pokey, Humpty Dumpty with Jose Gonzalez. They've been battling and switching back and forth for the better part of 30, 40 laps, somewhere in there. Matt Lacrosse peeling off of turn 4, coming down pit road, green flag pit stop, and I would imagine, folks, that it is a scheduled stop. Matt Lacrosse slows it down to 45 miles an hour. That is the pit road speed here at Charlotte. And he's got a long way to go. He's nearly at the very end. He is at the very end, isn't he? And guess what, folks? He just went through his pit stop ever so slightly. But that might be a second that he can't get back. We'll continue to keep an eye out on that, as your new leader currently still again is Jose Gonzalez. Matt Lacrosse, the first out of the top 5 to pit under the green flag conditions currently. And we'll see what kind of good move or bad move it was, as he slid through the pit stop ever so slightly. He'll get back out in front of Ben Burnett, and in between the 62 of Nathan Little and Matt Lacrosse, currently being shown 1 lap down in the 9th spot. No other drivers have entered pit road yet. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 60-something laps, 63 laps, I believe, to go. 63 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So we are definitely on the downhill side of things, where we've just had another green flag pit stop. This makes the 3rd green flag pit stop tonight. These guys at ITSR Twisted Cup Series on Tuesday night putting on a great show. Driving Charlotte isn't really the easiest of things, although it probably beats where they're going in a couple of weeks, June 17th in Finion, Sonoma, buddy. Brian Harvey, the second driver on the lead lap to pull down and pit. A slow entry to pit road there, but nonetheless, he's not going to get a speeding penalty for that, as Brian Harvey begins his scheduled green flag cycling pit stop. And just you hope and pray at this point that no one wrecks while you're down there, right? So another driver entering pit road, CJ LeBaire, points leader, coming into pit road second spot. He'll get off turns 4 really good. Somewhat of a pretty successful pit road entry there. Maybe it could have been a tick faster, but who am I to criticize? CJ LeBaire going to take his tires and fuel to hopefully doing the rest of the race. The 24 car, Stefan Marinac, brings his Toyota down onto the pit road surface, and he may be guilty of speeding. We'll have to see. If he wasn't speeding, he got lucky. Folks, it looked like Stefan Marinac was coming in a little hot, but trying to just get every inch he could. He hit the line at 58 miles an hour. So we'll see if oh, he did not get caught for speeding. Okay, he's out and away. Got by with one right there. Oh! 62 car, Nathan Little coming in a little too heavy on the throttle, hits the brakes, locks it up, spins it through the pit road area. I think he might have downshifted it there, just spun her out, and he'll lose valuable time. He may only elect to go right sides only to make up the time, who knows, but we'll see. The right side's going up on the car, and the crew coming around to the left side. So the left side's going up, no doubt, taking 4 tires there for him. LD Serby, another guy that was on pit road, he's out and away. Currently, your race leader is the 26 car of Jose Gonzalez. Second spot belonging to the 77 of J. Randall Watkins. Third spot is LD Serbia, 1 lap down in third again. So only 2 drivers have not pitted. And we should see them guys come down any minute. Any minute. Yeah, 77 car is just hitting pit road here. Somewhat of a really good entry for him. 77 miles an hour off the turn 1 and gets it wound up just in time. So he's down and away under his crew's hands. Left side's going up on the car. Now here's your race leader right in front of him, Jose Gonzalez, coming in to his stop. Right side's going up on the car, the 19 car. Jose Gonzalez leading here at Charlotte, coming into pit road. The crew coming around to the left sides. Jack goes up, car goes up, tires go up, car comes down, and he's out and away. Good. Green flag pit stop for Jose. As actually Matt Lacroix's guys will pass him. And I'm talking about, and CJ LeBaire will pass, Marinac will pass him. The 19 car, Edison Lemma Jr., the 12th spot, who's 20 laps down, will pass Jose Gonzalez. And Jose's going to have to reel the deals in here. He's going to have to get that car up and go to bat, as he will fall from first entering pit road to 4th exiting. And he is nearly half, more than a straightaway possibly away. Matt Lacroix into turn 3 now. CJ LeBaire, or excuse me, Jose Gonzalez, let's see, let's try to time it here. Jose Gonzalez coming off of turn 4 now. Matt Lacroix going into turn 1 now. So maybe half of a straightaway ahead of Jose Gonzalez is Matt Lacroix. Here's the catch. He's about 2 turns ahead of CJ LeBaire, who's in second. Matt Lacroix doing what's necessary, leading the race by a great margin. But folks, if CJ LeBaire finishes second, there's nothing that Matt Lacroix can do. unless maybe throw out a bounty. You know? Someone will be crowned Season 1 champion here tonight. And the track name will be renamed tonight. Currently, the house of Jimmy Johnson, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Right now, it's either going to be the house of CJ Levere or the house of Matt Lacrosse. Stefan Marinac pretty much virtually out. Oh, no! CJ Levere losing it off of turn 4. He's going to get into the wall. Down the front stretch, folks. Ho-ho! He's going to come to a complete stop to make sure everyone clears before backing that car up. Oh, my goodness. Walk me through it. CJ Levere coming into turns 4, puts the left front on the apron, and folks, that does it. That'll do it, and it sends that car around, and he will hit the outside wall right in front of the grandstands, right before the flagman here at Charlotte. The caution is out. CJ Levere damage. Big time damage, folks. Big time damage to the rear end of that car as he went around and just got into the wall. Self solo spin. Yeah, that changes the whole ball game for sure. As now Matt Lacrosse is your race leader. Lap 116 about to be complete. Let's see if he brings them down pit road, and he does. Matt Lacrosse down in pit road. Marinac not giving him much of any room there. But he will bring them down. Another big problem here for the Levere machine and the CJ Levere crew is that he is the cause of the caution, and he will be sent to the end of the longest line on the restart here. And I'm pretty sure that the crew can beat out and bang out the damage, possibly, to where it may keep him up to at least race speed for 10, 15 laps, possibly, where he can just keep up. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how much tape that they put on it. We're going to take a quick commercial break while they're sorting things out here. You're watching the ITSR Twisted Cup Series live on MW Productions.
Hi, I'm Todd Malmstrom, driver of the 75M Ford Mustang GT. This is what I do by night. And this is what I do by day. I sell new Fords, and I've got the best selections of used inventory that you could ask for. Come see me down here at Central Ford.
Are you tired of getting hassled at the dealerships? Looking for a salesman that knows what he's talking about? Are you looking to buy a new or used car? Then look no further! Sexton Ford Moline, Illinois has the biggest selection of new or pre-owned vehicles, and Todd Malmstrom is the salesman you want. Todd is an expert when it comes to cars, and if you don't believe me, then you should see him race on a Sunday night. With his top-notch professional customer service and expertise, he will make sure you go home in the right car for the right price. No hassle, no haggling. Todd will make sure that you're happy when you leave the lot with your new or pre-owned vehicle. Remember, Sexton Ford may be the talk of the town, but so is Todd Malmstrom. If you're in the market for a new ride, then buy one from a winner. Todd Malmstrom at Sexton Ford Moline.
Back live here where the pace car is pacing down the backstretch for, I believe, the third time here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Third time. Unless you count, well, I was counting the actual start of the race. So,
My bad.
yeah, 4 times. But at any rate, a Brett Favre number away, and we're back green, flag racing. The story now, folks, is that CJ LeVere is damaged. Obviously, he is tracking pretty severely bad here. Looking at the cockpit, he's got his wheel kind of cockeyed there. But we'll see how he does under the green flag conditions as we are out and green flag racing once again at Charlotte Motor Speedway, where your leader, Jose Gonzalez, takes us to the green as Matt Lacrosse trying to hold off on the second on Ben Burnett. Ben nearly getting loose off of turn 2. CJ losing power going off into turn 3 there, not able to go as fast as she used to be able to go. Stefan Marinac closing very, very quickly on CJ, who is running 8th spot. Okay, so Matt Lacrosse 2nd, CJ LeVere 8th. Battle up ahead. It's getting a little antsy. LD Sarabia, Jay Randall Watkins in the 77 car, and Nathan Little down low in 7th. Nathan Little passes Jay Randall Watkins. Randall goes from 5th to 7th in half of a lap. LD Sarabia leads the crew of 5th, 6th, and 7th spot drivers off into turn 1. There is now Jose and the 21 car of Matt Lacrosse begin to start checking out. LD Sarabia put down a little block move on the 62 car going off into turn 3 there. Now he'll put the left hand out the window and say, go on by, buddy. And he'll give up 2 spots. CJ LeVere fighting back. Oh, gosh. He gets loose again and nearly loses it. Gets a love tap, loses a spot. And that could have been a lot worse. They gave him plenty of room. He was able to keep that car straight. I don't know how he's doing it. The car is obviously not handling perfectly, and he has lost straightaway speed. Perfect example, Stefan Marinac hitting 205, 206 going into the corner. CJ LeVere hitting 203. And some 3 mile an hour ain't that big of a deal. But 3 mile an hour could be the difference here, as Matt Lacrosse has taken over the lead again. Uh-oh, Ben Burnett spins it off a turn 2, collects the wall, collects LD Sarabia, collects the red car machine of Stefan Marinac, also collecting the 9 car. Oh my goodness, collecting J. Randall Watkins as well. And this could be the prayer that has been answered by the racing gods that CJ LeVere has asked for. The 37 car, Ben Burnett gets loose. Going into turn 2, spins it up the racetrack. LD Sarabia is collected. Oh my goodness. And CJ LeVere escapes it all. How many lives does the cat have? J. Randall Watkins is down pit road. Heavy smoke pouring out beneath that machine, so more than likely the antifreeze won't be able to hold up in that car, and his night may be done. So one position up for LeVere. The damage that LD suffered from the wreck is immense. More than likely, one position up, one position gain for LeVere. Looking at Ben Burnett's car, his damage is so severe in the back that I'll be surprised if the crew can go to work on it. One position for LeVere. Stefan Marinac, the rear end looks great. Don't tell my wife I said that. The front end of that car looks toasted, buddy. Looks completely toasted. If he gets up to 190 miles an hour, I'll be really surprised. Another position up for LeVere. So talking about playing the cards right, you know, man, it didn't look good for LeVere. Now it looks halfway decent. What a story. And we're still not done yet. Matt Lacrosse is about to come around and complete lap 127. Which gives us a Ben Burnett car number away from being done here at Charlotte in the grand finale, race 12 of season 1 in the ITSR Twisted Cup Series, sponsored by Axio Sanitary Services and presented to you by MW Productions. Again, I'm Michael Keaton up in the booth. Tonight, pushing the buttons in production studio, as always, Michael Woolley, MW himself. And folks, it's been a good one. It's been a good race here at Charlotte. Nice little night race, 78 mile an hour, or 78 mile an hour. If it was 78, if we had 78 mile an hour winds, we may be under the red flag here. 78 degrees with a north 2 mile an hour wind. Humidity is somewhere in the 70s. Well, I guess up north it's probably a little bit less, probably in the 50s up there, I imagine. Carolina. Feels good outside, I see that. Leader is cutting the engine off. 21 car Matt Lacrosse, do not hear the engine. He's coasting it through the corner here. Clutching it and turning the engine off. Saving fuel, saving power. Because he knows he's going to need it all to win this championship, season 1 championship. Somehow or another, CJ LeVere is 5th. He's 5th. 4 spots behind your leader, Matt Lacrosse, who is 5 points back in points. And there are bonus points awarded in the ITSR Twisted Cup Series. There are bonus points. In fact, CJ, over the course of 11 races, has been awarded 9 bonus points. Matt Lacrosse has been awarded 7. So if you look at that figure number, who wins the bonus points race? And it's CJ LeVere. Now, who's winning the actual bonus point race? Well, it's Blaine Woodruff, folks. 6 races, 32 bonus points. That counts as 2 races right there, doesn't it? another driver who has double digits bonus points, and that's Jose Gonzalez with 14, Stefan Marinac with 10. You could throw Stephen Herring in there as well. 11 races, 11 bonus points. An average of 1 bonus point per race. Throw a win in there, and Stephen Herring could possibly be sitting in the top 5, looking at a long shot championship run. Pace car about to take off here. We're going green. Matt Lacrosse going to take us to it to complete 129 laps here out of 164 at Charlotte. All eyes on the 4 car currently, although most of the contenders were taken out in that one big pileup with Ben Burnett. Matt Lacrosse going to lose the lead, possibly coming off into turn 3. Gonzalez looking underneath. Oh man, Ben Burnett, who's in that accident, he's toast. He's not going to be able to keep up with race speed. Marinac caught up in the wreck, not going to be able to keep up. And the other drivers, LD Serbia off the racetrack, done. CJ now in 5th spot, looking up ahead. He's got 2 drivers side by side. Be careful here. Brian Harvey out to the outside. Nathan Little to the bottom of the 62 car. LaVere going to pick the high side lane here at Charlotte, and he's going to look to go up high and pass the 62 of Nathan Little, and does so with ease. Move him into the 4th spot. Matt Lacrosse doing exactly what needs to be done, leading the race, leading the most laps possibly, doing everything, leading a lap, keeping Jose Gonzalez back, hoping that CJ can't keep moving up. He's already moved up 1 spot on Nathan Little, as now Nathan Little spins off turn 2. He'll keep the car straight, no caution. Still green flag racing. Out of turn 2, Matt Lacrosse still leading the race, and oh boy, does he get so close to getting that outside wall there. Just skims it with his teeth. Jose having to let out of the throttle there to help keep that car straightened up, as he got loose off turn 4. 3rd place is Brian Harvey. Brian Harvey looking for his 3rd top 5. Averaging a 8-spot finish every race, not bad. He has only led 1 lap. The entire season, just 1 lap led. Most laps led goes to the machine of Jose Gonzalez, 26 car. With an average finish of 3rd, or 2.9. I'm sorry, that's average start. Average finish is 5th. Still not bad. 6 top 5s out of 10 races. He missed 1 race. Lap car coming up ahead. Matt Lacrosse going to dive way down low. Ben Burnett stays high. That looked kind of scary there. Nine drivers appears to be on the lead lap currently. Another driver that's off pace that was involved in that wreck is the 77 car of Jay Randall Watkins. His night's done. Jose Gonzalez, 2nd spot, still trying to find a way around Matt Lacrosse, and he's there. There's just a little bitty opening every single lap. There's an, oh, Matt Lacrosse gets loose off 4. And there goes Gonzalez to the lead at Charlotte. That's not going to help Matt Lacrosse's case here. He needs to lead the most laps here. He needs to lead, continue leading. He needs to win this race if he wants a shot. And it is close. I don't know exactly how many bonus points one can pick up in one race. I would imagine that they get one for leading a lap and then possibly another point for leading the most, so that could be 2 points. If he wins the race, he may pick up an extra point. And obviously finishing 3 ahead of LeVere. Oh, as LeVere got by Brian Harvey. Now LeVere in 3rd spot, doing what a champion driver needs to do, just like Matt Lacrosse, just like Jose. Being there in the end, they're 1, 2, and 3. 3 out of the top 4 drivers in the points. Of course, Gonzalez could lead every single lap and win the race and still not win the championship. He's 17 points back. Here comes Brian Harvey charging back to the inside. He's going to take back over what was taken from him. As he moves back into 3rd spot, LeVere back to 4th. Meanwhile, Matt Lacrosse has somewhat of a run coming into turn 3 there, exiting turn 4. Matt Lacrosse looks like the stronger car, but he's not going to be able to get up and contend for the lead just yet. He may be waiting on the perfect opportunity to strike. Lap car just ahead, Matt Lacrosse underneath Ben Burnett. Yeah, and lap 145 now complete out of 164. $19 laps to go. Matt Lacrosse may be losing a little ground, not much, but a little. CJ LeVere, meanwhile, back around Brian Harvey. So he's sitting 3rd, and CJ, going to get real nice and close to Ben Burnett, and they'll scrape by him. Spin off through the backstretch. That's going to be the 19 car, Edison Lima Jr. He's gonna keep it green though. They're gonna keep it green. He wrecked below the apron, and we're gonna stay green. Jose Gonzalez has Luis Rodriguez ahead. Luis staying high. Matt Lacrosse gonna chase him down off into turn 3. Half a car length separates 1st and 2nd spot. Coming off turn 4. Gonzalez with the lead. Still Matt Lacrosse in 2nd. 3rd still belongs to the 4 car of CJ LeVere, and Brian Harvey 4th. Nathan Little rounding out the top 5, and the only 5 drivers are on the lead lap in the top 5. Matt Lacrosse running out of time here. He may have left it up into the hands of Jose Gonzalez to lead the most laps, as now Jose loose off of 4, and Matt Lacrosse choosing to give him a tap instead of going by him just puzzles me there. For the life of me, I can't fit. Oh, and Matt gets up into the wall now. I can't believe that. Matt had a clear shot of taking the lead, and he chooses not to do it. And I'm telling you, if there's a bonus point to be awarded for winning the most, having the most laps led, you got to go for it there. But I could be wrong. There may not be a bonus point for most laps led, and Matt's just trying to play it cool here. I'm not sure exactly the implications there, but CJ falls back to 4th. Brian Harvey back around, so these guys are playing hanky-danky with each other, going back and forth. And somewhere or another, CJ's got to think for himself, hey, it's better to finish 3rd than 4th. Next time I pass Brian Harvey, I'm going to, you know, do what I can to stay out front of him. Brian Harvey may be trying to pitch a top 3 for himself, though. A podium finish for Brian Harvey to finish out the season 1 in good fashion, as Luis Rodriguez is 1 lap down or more, and he stays at the bottom, out of harm's way there. Both drivers get by fine. The laps are winding down. 154 laps complete. We're going to take you to the quick commercial break, and that'll be the final one, other than before post-race interviews. And championship finale season 1 is nearly, well, 10 laps to go. Back live here where Jose Gonzalez still holding on to the lead. Matt Lacrosse still 2nd spot. 3rd, Brian Harvey. 4th, CJ LeVere. And 5th belongs to Nathan Little. Five laps to go. Matt Lacrosse looking to end season 1 with a win. So is Jose Gonzalez. CJ trying to fight back Brian Harvey's 3rd spot position. He needs it. LeVere looking, has the run on Harvey. Man, can't quite make it stick there. A car length and a half separates those two drivers. Not a half a car length separates the two up front. Lacrosse looking high off of 4, can't find the room, not there. LeVere looking off 4 for the room, isn't there either. Matt trying to set up Jose coming off a 4. Matt's got the run. Will Jose block? Matt to the outside. Jose to the bottom, coming off into turn 1. Matt Lacrosse going to try to look for the lead here. Oh, he slipped up too high. He's going to get into the wall. Oh, he does not get into the wall, but my gosh, he scraped it. I guarantee you, you couldn't have stuck a feather between the wall and his right side. He's going to lose some big-time ground there, though. Going to have to rebuild the run back up. Next time by will be the white flag. Brian Harvey still holding on to 3rd. CJ LeVere, meanwhile, slips way back. CJ way back. Going back here, coming off of turn 4 at lap 162. CJ LeVere loses it. Nearly spins it. Somehow or another, he just saves it. He's so far ahead of Nathan Little that it won't matter. Matt Lacrosse, white flag in the air. Well, that's it. Is that it? That's it. Matt Lacrosse not going to be able to do it. It was over before I knew it. Going back looking at what happened to CJ, and the race is over. Jose Gonzalez will win the grand finale at Charlotte Motor Speedway in dominating fashion for somewhat, but Matt Lacrosse not looking too shabby himself. He'll finish 2nd. Brian Harvey 3rd. CJ LeVere 4th. Nathan Little rounds out the top 5. When we return, we'll have the post-race interviews for the ending of the championship run, and your championship crowned winner will be announced here in the next few minutes. When we return from commercial break, you're watching MW Productions.
Trucking has always been a part of me. It started years ago when my dad and granddad were hauling vegetables to market in Liverpool. The family immigrated to Canada in the late 60s and settled near Alliston, Ontario. I bought my first truck in 1982 and Mercer Trucking was born. Today, Mercer Trucking has over 50 trucks in terminals in Toronto and Los Angeles. Our storage facilities at both terminals can handle any size of distribution needs throughout North America. We service the continental U.S., including Hawaii and Alaska. We run over 120,000 miles per month and some of the best equipment on the road today. We specialize in less than truckload shipments, show freight, we do rush team service deliveries, and haul your refrigerated or heated product. Our regular team service from Canada to California is second to none, and our staff and drivers are among the best in the business. I'm proud of our people and what they can achieve. Trucking is in my blood, it's my livelihood, and it's what I do best.
Yeah, I know you weren't blocking.
Back live here where we've just finished up race 12, the grand finale at Charlotte Motor Speedway, where we're trying to find out exactly who will take home season 1's crown prize winner. But for now, Brian Harvey will finish 3rd in that 66 car. Brian, it wasn't easy getting that podium finish tonight, sir, at Charlotte. CJ LeVere would pass you, you'd reel him back in, he'd pass you, and then you'd reel him back in. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, it was good racing with CJ. He's a good driver, clean driver. It was fun, but I don't know. He had wrecked car, he was still fast, so I don't know. It was a battle. I'm sweating.
Absolutely, and if not for the big wreck that took out LD Sarabia, J. Randall Watkins, Rich Jett, well, not Rich Jett, but Stefan Marinac and some of the other drivers there, CJ may have had more work cut out for him, and you too, because you were battling with those drivers as well. So a good way, though, to finish round 1, I guess, season 1 in the 3rd spot tonight here, Brian. Congratulations, and next week,
thank you.
Season 2, Dover. What about
Looking
that?
forward to
Monster Mile.
that.
Absolutely, and Last but not least, Brian Harvey. Who makes it happen for you? Who's made it happen for you season 1?
Hippie's Paint Shop, ITSR, all you guys podcasting, we love it. That's about it.
Thank you so much. And again, folks, that was Brian Harvey, driver of the 66 car, who puts that car in 3rd spot tonight. Now up, the 21 machine, Matt Lacrosse. Matt, I got to ask you, man, about 5 or 6 laps ago, or maybe 7, Jose Gonzalez nearly loses it coming off of turn 4, and you had every opportunity to go to the bottom or to the high side of the racetrack, but you elect to give him the old Daytona bump draft going down the front stretch. Now, can you explain that to me?
Yeah, it's probably a dumb move, but there was a couple times where I thought that I had a little bit better car than Jose. I didn't know if Jose was playing me, slow playing me or anything, but there was a couple times I had some pretty big runs, so I was backing off trying to save my tires, and I was going to wait till about 3 to go and try to make a move, but by that time I'd used up what I had, and I had a couple opportunities, I think, on the 2 to go lap, and then on the last lap going down the backstretch I got a pretty big run, but then she pushed so bad going into 3 and 4 that I couldn't do anything. I probably should have made my move a little sooner, but I would much rather be the car behind with a few laps to go than trying to be the guy in front trying to block. It's not very much fun up there.
And I know we could probably go on all night here with what ifs now, but I gotta, with me saying that, I gotta ask the questions here. I'm not 100% sure about the bonus points. I don't know if you've seen the points yet or not after tonight's race, but if you win the race, are you awarded an extra point, or you just get that 1 point for finishing ahead of the next driver? So
it's not like NASCAR. It's instead of getting like a few, I think 5 bonus points for winning the race, it's just 1 extra point. So that I left 1 point out there. I did lead a lap. CJ didn't. I was gonna have to win the race, and CJ would finish 5th with me leading a lap, and then I would win. But I was 5 points back. I think I'm only 1 point back now because I made up 4 points on him. No, 3. So yeah, I'm 2 points back.
Yeah, two, and you will finish 2nd, 2 points back. Hate to spoil that. I
knew that. Well, I think
yeah,
realistically, I am the champion. We all know that because I got docked like 16 points at Daytona for a last lap yellow. So without that, I would have won handily. But CJ won. He gets the money. But I'll gladly take 2nd.
I see that. I'm looking at the penalty points here, and 16 points. I mean, that's that if you get those 16 points back, you're coming into tonight's race kind of like where Jose came into tonight. No one he couldn't have won if no one raced. He still couldn't have won the championship, and you could have not even raced and won the championship. So, that's just, there's always the next season. The full championship race hunt is not over. This is just season 1. It's just come to an end. And then we got season 2, 3, and 4. So there's still a long way to go. And Matt, one of the most consecutive drivers, in fact, the most consecutive driver in the RSR. Excuse me. Oh gosh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Don't let Doug hear you say that.
Yeah, hit the rewind back button, Michael. Wooly. But the most consecutive driver in the ITSR Twisted Cup Series. You go home tonight finishing 2nd and finishing 2nd at the points. Congratulations. Who made it happen for you this season?
I'd like to thank Quick Car Racing Products, Hippie's Paint Shop, you guys up at MW Productions. You guys do an awesome job. Exo Sanitary and Frank Coons, Coonsinator. And I'm looking forward to starting season 2 next week. Dover, love Dover. It's one of my favorite tracks, so we'll see what happens.
The Monster Mile at Dover next Tuesday night. Absolutely. Now, moving on to the man who wins tonight's finale race, Jose Gonzalez. Jose, congratulations, sir. Another chalked up victory for the 26 crew.
Thank you very much.
And of course, Jose, no pressure coming into tonight's race, obviously 17 back on the leader, but we got to ask you a what if. What if you'd have raced 11 races instead of 10? Are we looking at a different picture, Jose?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be looking at a different picture. Or if the points were
you know, competed a different way because you know, we have 20, 25 drivers, and I missed one race, but I'm behind 43 points instead of 20. So, you know, it's all right. You know, the 5 wins are there up on the board for everybody to see.
Yeah, that is true. The most winningest driver, or the most, yeah, the driver who has had the most wins, let's just put it that way, is you, Jose Gonzalez. 5 wins. In fact, you get your 5th win tonight. Congratulations once again for that. Now moving on to second, I guess, you know, there's no more what ifs really. Now the what ifs are, you know, what if you change it up next season and you compete in all 12 races, then you could walk away with the Season 2 championship. And I'm telling you, you know, with being very close, if not, some probably would argue the fact that you're the most consecutive driver as far as winning combined with top 5s. Not as many as top 10s as Matt, but in the same neighborhood as being the most consecutive driver in the ITSR Twisted Cup Series. Doesn't this put you in a good spot going into Season 2?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if I can, you know, make it to every race, I'm sure I have a good chance, and we'll see what happens. I mean, every race I get in, I try to win. So, you know, I'm never really racing for points. I don't even know what the points are, but and I knew today I didn't have a chance, so I just, you know, I just raced for the win. I stayed out there with, I didn't take tires. With a bunch of laps to go, and I was just thinking about that, just getting the clean air and go for it.
Well, Jose, you will finish 3rd in the points, 12 back from CJ LaVere, and 2 up on Stefan Marinac, who I thought had a good shot at possibly doing really well until you could probably, all jokes aside here, you could probably go and thank Ben Burnett for that one. Just teasing there. But
well, but if Matt had a win and he would have taken the championship with that win, I would have let him go. You know, just for him to see him beat CJ. Nobody likes CJ.
Oh God, the rival shaking up here going into Season 2. I can feel the anxiety here. Jose, last but not least, who makes it happen for you?
I want to thank Stephen Herring. You know, he's been a great champion here in this league, and you know, when he came out of the closet a couple of years ago, you know, he showed us you know, some courage and to be able to race this fast, and I'm just, you know, very happy for him.
And of course, always Stephen Herring, I always love hearing the post-race or the pre-race festivities that he talks about. I mean, there's always something in there that just brings a smile to my face. How about yours?
Yeah, we all have a good laugh with these antics. So, and he's always busting on him. So, I guess I get the last laugh tonight.
Maybe not. The last laugh's going to go to your Season 1 champion, CJ LaVere. CJ, my gosh, it wasn't easy. And, you know, coming into tonight's race with that 5-point lead over Matt Lacrosse towards the better part halfway through the race, I'm sure that you were thinking after that big wreck that you solo spun in and got up into the wall, you were thinking, oh, gosh.
Yeah, I was a little nervous right there. I knew we only had a little bit of a cushion, and I was trying to use that to my advantage. And then Jose got out in front, and Matt, they were way out front. And I tried. I'm sorry. Jose here is making me die laughing. But we recovered, and we managed. There was actually another big wreck after ours, and which helped us out and gave us the position we needed to get the championship. We were pretty lucky. We had a couple bad races. Matt gave us a pretty good run was match championship really, but we kind of stole it from them. So, hey, we'll take them how we get them.
Absolutely, and of course, you pretty much summed it up. I mean, the wreck that happened towards the end, after you may have gotten caught stranded back in 7th and 8th spot, the big wreck, the big one. You talked about that, and the cards just fell right into your hands, and you go home the season 1 champion. Next week, season 2 begins. Dover, the Monster Mile. I can't wait to get there. Dover's a nice track, and you know, you got anything for these guys season 2?
Oh, I got something for these guys. Jose, he might have 5 wins, but we got something up our sleeve for the little tire hacker, we call him. We'll definitely get him this season. You know, you got to look out for Matt and Steph and Brian. They're all up there, and guys will run a more full season this year. Scott and Ben. You know, you got to look out. Josh, he's been up there lately, just having some bad luck. So we got a good group of fast guys. You just never know who's going to be there at the end. You know, it's all about survive.
Perseverance. Surviving and perseverance will win season 2. And last but not least, CJ, to round out season 1, anyone you'd like to thank or any shout outs you'd like to give?
I gotta thank MW Productions. I gotta thank Axel Sanitary. I gotta thank Hippie's Paint Shop, Quick Car, all of our sponsors, all of our drivers for supporting us this season and for the next season coming. Gotta thank Hippie's Paint Shop for painting all of our beautiful cars, doing our logo work. Gotta thank all my board members, Stefan, Jose, Steve, Hippie. I couldn't do all this without these guys, and I appreciate everybody putting the hard work in.
Absolutely. And there you have it, folks. Season 1 champion, CJ Lavera. He doesn't win tonight's race, but in some way or another, he did win the card battle tonight when it came to being at the right spot at the right time. Folks, I'm Michael Keaton. Down on into the production studio was Michael Woolley pushing all the buttons for you tonight. We had a blast here at Charlotte, the house of CJ Lavera. We'll see you next Tuesday night at Dover, Season 2.
Don't forget more racing action coming from ITSR in Season 2 coming up next Tuesday night. So make sure you have your dial glued to MW Productions and the Mike Woolley channel on YouTube. We want to thank everybody for watching this first season with ITSR. We will be back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. See you then. DGVertec.net's primary goal is to provide you with a successful website presence. They have purpose-built their web servers successfully throughout the years. The stress testing has been done so that they can provide you with an enhanced web hosting technology that they design for using future standards today for tomorrow. They offer 24/7 support for all web hosting plans. Their team answers support tickets 24/7, so if you have a problem at any time, an agent will be more than happy to help you. If you're not satisfied with your service within 7 days, then you can get a full money-back guarantee, with a 99 uptime guaranteed as well, with plans for shared hosting starting at just $2.95. It's clear to see why DGVertec should be your choice for web hosting. Just go to www.dgvertec.net today, your web hosting solution.